It is incredible how human agriculture has changed from hunters and gatherers to what we have today. The agricultural revolution has changed our way of life for the better and the worse. You don't realize how easy our lives are because of the agricultural revolution. When you feel the slightest hint of hunger, it takes you less than 5 minutes to walk to the kitchen and make yourself a sandwich. But in the hunter-gatherer era, that would have been an impossible task. Agriculture refers to the practice of growing crops and raising livestock to provide food and other products for humans. The agricultural revolution started at the end of the last ice age 10,000 years ago. Humans began to domesticate plants and animals as a way to make life easier. The agricultural revolution had a huge impact on society because instead of worrying about the next meal, people were free to explore other interests. The agricultural revolution created advancements in society by allowing permanent settlements to form, and the increased farm production led to an increase in the population. It also led to advancements in technology like the plow, irrigation, and crop rotation. While the agricultural revolution came with a lot of benefits, it also came with consequences. I recently read an incredible book called Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind, where Yuval Noah Harari states that the agricultural revolution is history's biggest fraud. Instead of humans domesticating nature, it has domesticated us. When humans began cultivating wheat, it was meant to make life easier. Instead, it made it more difficult. Wheat is a very particular plant. It doesn't like rocks or other plants, so humans have to spend long, back-breaking hours trying to clear the fields. It depended on humans for its every need, so in order to keep up with the straining workload, farmers had more kids, but that meant that they had more mouths to feed, and it created a cycle that couldn't be broken. As the population grows, the food supply must also grow. The agricultural revolution has made the average farmer's life much more difficult than that of the hunters and gatherers, but there is nothing we can do about that now unless we can accept a large portion of the population starving to death. Harari states that because of the agricultural revolution, human spines, knees, necks, and arches paid the price. Moreover, the new agricultural tasks demanded so much time that people were forced to settle permanently next to their wheat fields. This completely changed their way of life. Not only did we domesticate plants, but we also domesticated animals. The agricultural revolution stopped humans from treating farm animals like living, sentient creatures that could feel pain and started treating them like tools. They were able to manipulate the animals into turning them into the perfect food source. You don't think about the horrors of factory farming because we've been taught that it's normal. How could we be okay with packing 4 or more egg-laying hens into a cage that is so small that none can spread their wings? Or confining a pregnant pig into a metal enclosure that doesn't even allow them to turn around? According to the Animal Welfare Institute, in order to facilitate confinement of these animals in such stressful, crowded, unsanitary conditions, painful mutilations such as cutting off the horns of cattle, cutting off the beaks of chickens, and docking the tails of sheep, pigs, and indoor feedlot cattle are routinely performed. Pain relief is rarely provided because the FDA wants to ensure that no drug residue remains in marketed meat, milk, and eggs. National Geographic claims that out of agriculture, cities and civilizations grew, and because crops and animals could now be farmed to meet demand, the global population rocketed from some 5 million people 10,000 years ago to 8 billion today. This monumental increase in population has led to an overpopulated world that has created a strain on limited resources like fresh water and housing. Maybe you think that the agricultural revolution has changed the world more for the worse than for the better, but it has still improved our way of life, and it will continue to do so. It is important that we learn from our mistakes with the agricultural revolution so that we can have a better future that will continue to develop.